Good morning. It's Monday, and this is our Oasis podcast, and I have my guest panel with me. Good morning, Samuel.
Good morning, Pastor Bob.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning.
And good morning, Megan.
Good morning, Pastor Bob.
Well, we're glad that you guys are here. And yesterday we talked about this new series called The Creed, and it's going to be a 6-week series talking about the basic foundations of what we believe. Is it important? Let's start with you, Samuel. You're a high school student going to Cibola High School, a 10th grader this year, right?
Ninth.
You're a 9th grader this year. You're going to be a 10th grader next year.
Yes.
That's how it works. And so as a 9th grader this year, is it important what you believe?
I think it is important with our belief because over the years, personally, from going to middle school to going to high school, you can see the big difference between high schoolers because, like, how they act, like, it gets worse as you progress over the years. And once I enter high school, I noticed how just the big difference in how people act, because there's a lot more cussing, and you just need that belief so that when you're going in, you need something to be holding you up, and so that you're not going to fall under peer pressure or bandwagon.
So you're saying it's really important to have a good foundation behind you. Good. I would agree, and that's what a lot of this series is going to be about. Cheryl, you work with a lot of people in your ministry, and lots of people have beliefs and lots of people have opinions. And why is it important to you that we understand what we believe and why we believe it?
Well, the trend today, unfortunately, is there's no belief. There's apathy towards beliefs. And so a lot of today's culture is falling into that. So there's no kind of commitment. And so I think for us to hold true to what we believe shows them that there's something greater than themselves to believe in. And that's our foundation that we cling to. And once they get a glimpse of that, that's what they want. And that's what we have come to see, seeing our clients.
Okay. And Megan, first of all, I want to say thank you, Megan. Megan, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Megan leads out in our children's ministry, and she has for several months. And I appreciate what you do over there by giving parents a safe place to be able to drop their kids off and know that what we're doing is helping those kids with their belief structure. Because don't we have to start early?
We do have to start early, and I think it does start, first of all, with the parent. If I don't know what I believe, how am I supposed to teach a child and direct them in what they should believe? And so by starting at an early age, you give them that foundation of, I've heard this my whole life, and whether it be the Bible stories or the Bible verses or the songs that they learn. I mean, who doesn't remember learning Jesus Loves Me from the time they were little? Mm-hmm. And those things stick with you. And when you have that foundation started at an early age, you can continue to build on it. And you'd be amazed at what some of these little kids, even the little 3-year-olds, what they learn, what they remember, what they come back the following week saying and talking about. Samuel works in our children's ministry too, and he sees it, every Sunday with these kids that come back that are excited to be here and want to learn more. And that foundation can only be stronger the earlier you start it.
Yeah. Samuel, does what you believe affect your behavior?
I believe it does, because the fact that if I believe in something, I'm going to follow what I believe in, and that may be different than what other people believe in, which they'll probably follow that, and then they'll probably have different actions. And saying maybe, like, me believing God, I'll follow more of God's path, and then someone else maybe that doesn't believe in God will follow their own path and maybe act differently.
Sure. Well, the second point that I was talking about is not only does it affect our beliefs affect our behavior, but does what you believe affect your significance and what you think about yourself?
Oh, absolutely it does. It provides who you are as a person, a solid, like we've been talking a lot about foundation, having confidence in yourself and having confidence in what you believe. As far as a belief in God, that is your foundation. That is who you are, and you can only find your true self in God, and your whole self-confidence and who He created you to be is all molded together in your belief system.
Okay, and my third point, Megan, was, and you probably get the easiest of the three questions.
Thank you.
Does what you believe affect your eternity?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that the Bible is true, and the Bible tells me that where I spend eternity depends on my relationship with Jesus Christ. And so because I have that belief, I have the assurance that I know where I will spend eternity. And seeing what goes on in our world, things that happen day to day, and people who don't have a belief system and feel lost, I couldn't deal with some of the things in my life without that knowledge of that I have the security through Jesus Christ of spending eternity with Him. I see people who just deal with devastating things, and I couldn't do it without knowing that Christ, one, was walking through it with me, and two, that there was something greater than this to look forward to.
Belief is important, and why we're spending so much time talking about this in the next 6 weeks is we have a choice. We can believe truth, which is the Apostles' Creed, which we're talking about, the elements within those 12 foundational statements. We can believe those, or we can believe false. And so our behavior can be influenced by truth, or it can be influenced by false. I can get my significance from what's based in truth of God's Word, or I can base my significance based on what the world says. And then the truth of God's Word for my eternity, I'll much rather take that than what the world says about eternity today. So this is going to be a landmark series for us. It's going to really provide a great foundation for all of us as we press forward the next 6 weeks. Now, lots of things going on in our church. Hopefully you're reading your bulletin. We're looking forward to, we had a great 101 class yesterday, and just thrilled with the response of people there. Next week we're offering 201, which is a seminar that's going to help you grow in your relationship with Christ, learning the basic foundational things of how do I read my Bible, how do I pray, an accountability partner, how do I get involved, all those different things in that seminar. All three of us, or all four of us, have been to that seminar, and all four of us are probably using things in our life from that seminar as well. A couple of weeks we have the DR mission trip meeting coming up. If you're thinking about going to the mission trip this summer, roughly around June 15th, then this is definitely the informational meeting that you want to make. We're going to pass on how much the trip costs, what we're going to be doing, where we're going to be staying, all those different things. Thank you for your Power Pack donations. Cheryl, you've got a special event coming up here in March.
I do.
And it's kind of important for you and the New Life Pregnancy Center and Counseling Services. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on and how we as a church can get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be March 14th. It's a walk, run, 5K event. And at the end, you can take a CrossFit challenge if you're feeling tough enough to do that.
What's a CrossFit challenge?
Well, if you know anything about CrossFit, they are kind of crazy, kind of out there, but they are definitely tough people. And they're going to bring out some of their gear, and we get to try it out. They're going to do a kind of exhibition for us so we can see what it's about. And then we get to actually try it without getting hurt. So we're going to have some professionals there to help us through it. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. All the proceeds are going to go to New Life Pregnancy Center. And then we also are joining forces with Catholic Community Services. They have Yuma's only domestic violence safe house. So both great causes, and we both fall in line with each other, and we help each other back and forth with our clients. And so we're excited, and it's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and we would appreciate your support.
Now, what's exciting is we're going to have our own Oasis Church team. And the way you can sign up for that is out there in the foyer. You'll see a clipboard. I think I'm on there and a couple others. And what you do is you just pay for it, put your name on there, and we're the Oasis team. And what it really gets you is $5 off on the entry fee. So that's going to be exciting. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be out there walking, running.
Doing burpees.
And I'm bringing my dogs, okay? My dogs are going to walk on the leash with me again because they like to do that. It's a great family environment. There's going to be kids out there in strollers. There's going to be moms and dads and families. And then there's going to be the people out there that want to win, okay? I'm not one of them. I'm not competitive, at least when it comes to that anymore.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Burpees?
Yeah, okay. So I'm bringing my Yorkies out there, and we're going to do that. Also, again, make sure you look in our bulletin. We had a great youth ministry, a good children's program coming up, Secret Church, mission trips, camps, all that's coming up. I want to remind you now, as we closed the service last week, I gave you one of these cards, okay? Now, they're laminated. We went through great expense to be able to do that for you because I want you to take this card and I want you to read it. All right, I want you to read it daily, okay? Again, 12 essential truths inside of this Apostles' Creed. On the back of it are our next steps, basically, to read the Creed every day, to give something up for Lent, and we talked a lot about that in our service on Sunday morning, and then look for opportunities to invite people to Oasis Church. All right, I'm hoping to see you again next Sunday. Looking forward to it. Have a great week.